Why, hello there, my good peoples. How are you guys doing? Guess what, y'all? I'm sitting here on this back porch thinking about my situation, y'all. And y'all know what I keep hearing. Trust the process, Tasha. Trust the process, Tasha. Ain't nothing wrong. You right where you supposed to be. This is happening to move you. This is because you wouldn't move. This is because you was stuck. This is because you wasn't answering the call. This was because you wasn't happy. This is because you was drowning. This is because I love you. This is happening because I love you. Y'all listen to what downloads I got sitting on this back porch about my situation. And I want y'all to look at this for your situation too, because it applies to y'all too. I ain't the only one going through some bull crap. Okay, this trust the process. This for these relationships. And you got a evil mofo for a mate, and that mate think he getting the best of you or she getting the best of you. Let me tell you what role they play in your come up. Them jokers being used in the spirit realm and don't even know. They being ugly because they ugliness is needed for you to get to your next level. And when you get to your next level, guess what? They not gonna be there. They don't supposed to be there. That's why the people that hurt you the most is the ones gonna push you towards your blessing. The people that hurt you the most is the ones that's gonna supply you while you on this journey. You just watch how God make them your footstool. Listen to what God said inside of me, right? Trust the process. Just distract the negative feelings. Don't try to change them. I can't change these negative feelings, y'all. That's why I feel like I'm in a war. Because every time a negative thought come up, I try to replace it with a positive thought. And do you know, I heard Abraham Hicks say, that's where we get hung up at. That's where the warring go at. You let that thing be ugly. You let that thing do what it do. What you do is distract yourself. Find you something that will distract you from giving that energy food, for letting that energy have your attention, for letting that energy capture your awareness, and letting that energy capture your focus. Right? Because we be focused on the problem. We be focusing on what's going on right now, in the here and now, in the right now, in your face. And that is not what we supposed to do. It says, don't try to change them. Meaning, don't get mad because the person acting ugly. Don't ask God to change them. Don't ask God to fix them. Let this thing play out. Let the ugly be the ugly so you could see what the ugly is going to do for your life. Then God say he take what the devil do and turn around and use it for good for those that believe. And I'm a believer. So I know this was meant for me, right? So guess what? The process is the vortex. Everybody trying to figure out what the vortex is. All your stuff is inside the vortex. Well, inside the vortex, I'm where I'm supposed to be. Inside the vortex is where everything is working out for me. I'm hanging outside the vortex. It's like Moses went to the mountain. He could see the kingdom, but he couldn't get in the kingdom, but he could just witness what was going on in the kingdom. Y'all, I can think inside myself and hear the goodness God telling me, and see the visions that God done gave me, and remind myself of all the beautiful prophetic dreams that I done had about myself. But y'all, I'm standing on the mountaintop looking in and not going into the kingdom. So in this vortex is where I'm trying to get into, but I can't get into the vortex because I'm not trusting the process. I'm looking at the issue and what is here and now and going on and barking at me in my face and making me cry and making me feel bad and making me feel low. The more I keep focusing there and giving that attention and asking that thing to give me an explanation, it's not gonna give me an explanation because it needs for me to keep on feeding it. So it gets bigger and the feelings get bigger and the emotions get bigger. The process is the vortex. Don't struggle. Y'all, I'm struggling. I'm going back and forth in my mind. Should I have did this? I'm checking myself. I'm getting on myself for saying this and saying this and saying this and saying that. Y'all, in the first place, that's so wrong, because I had to defend myself at times. So at times my defense was not the best defense. Who can go to a fight and be nice? Who can get in a fight and be polite, right? So I gotta stop beating myself up thinking that I could have did better when I was standing up for myself. I was looking out for myself. I was protecting myself. Was I shooting the other person to do it? Yeah, because why? I was getting shot at myself. You can only ask a person to do something once or twice or 3 times or 4 times or 5 times. When it comes to that 10th time, it's no longer respectable. And it seems like when you get to the 10th time, that's when the change happens. It says, don't struggle. Stand up. Open your eyes. Relax. Let the universe prove to you how good you are. Y'all, I'm in a pool that is 3 feet deep and I'm 5'6", and I just won't get up and realize that I'm taller than the water. That the water don't even have control over me. That I'm really not drowning. Why? Because I just won't stand up. I just won't get up and realize that I'm bigger, I'm taller, and I could just step my butt up out of there, right? So it says, let the universe prove to you how good you are. Is it so hard to just go through the process of the pain, but just sort of like sit in the background and just watch your life unfold? Because it seems like that's what I got to do. Because y'all, I'm not in control of none of this stuff that's happening to me. Everything is moving. The pieces are moving. I'm watching the pieces moving. I'm not moving them. I just got to follow them to keep up with what's going on with my life. The process is happening because I called for change. I was living something that felt like a situation. How many of y'all living something that feel like a situation? Like, how in the world did I get in here? How in the world am I gonna get out? And y'all, I gotta admit, I was planning my escape so many days. I was planning my escape so many years. I was calling on God to come and save this relationship, come and make us better people, help us get along till I was blue in the face. And y'all, you can't make a person love like you love, and you can't make a person care as much as you do. Okay, that relationship felt like a situation, not a relationship. Okay, I must create an environment that serves me. That environment didn't serve me. That environment wouldn't even let my gifts flourish. That environment punished me for exposing my gifts. That environment made fun of me whenever my gifts came out. That environment made people not believe my gift when I experienced my gift. That environment told people that my gift was fake. My gift was not real. That environment hated the kindness that I have, the time I take to talk to people. That environment did not call for that, because that was a chaotic environment, and I demand order in my life. So I had to create an environment that suits me. That didn't suit me. So God is protecting my mood and my attitude, and he's stepping in and preventing my goodness from being tainted. Y'all wonder why people leave here early? God will snatch them before their goodness be destroyed. Their goodness be that good, and before this world destroy that goodness that's in them, God will take that person. I don't understand why, but I know that's the truth. It says, don't focus on this outcome, this ugliness, the barking, the nuts, the nasty words, the insults, the words that's meant to trip me up, the words that's said to trigger me. It's telling me not to focus on that outcome. It's just entertainment. Y'all, I heard the Spirit say, that's just entertainment. Look at that fool. Look how that fool parading himself and thinking he's smart, he's tough, he's strong, he's being a man. This is what being a man is. My spirit man said, that is a fool. Just watch the entertainment. So these people treating y'all like crap, just sit back and watch. When I tell y'all they don't need no help to act out all the characters and all the parts. If you know you don't deserve something that's happening to you, don't try to defend yourself. Don't argue for your righteousness. Let God do it. If you truly believe in God, let God defend your righteousness. Let God be your honor. Yeah, they cutting up, but see, they got to cut up to a degree because God deals in measures. Okay, weights and measures. It depends on how that thing, how far it go, and it depends on how heavy that behavior is. So I must create an environment that serves me. I am not to focus on the outcome. It's just entertainment. Roles are being played. Get off the topic. Get off the topic. My mind keep telling me, find you something else to think about. Find you something else to do. Don't you sit here and let what that man do and sit here and ruin your whole day. Get up and go for a walk. Go find you a nice movie to look at. Do something. Find something that's encouraging, but you will not sit here and let that energy take your dominant thoughts along with it, because y'all, that leave me defenseless in the spirit realm. It says, let it rest. Get off of it. Even though it's coming to me, tell myself, God already fixed that issue. God already fixed that issue. And that's all I can say every time these thoughts come up about him and the woman. God already fixed that issue. Every time the thought come up about him and the video images, God already fixed that issue. Every time the thought come up of how he talking to me and how he's disrespecting me, what do I say? God already worked that out. That's not even an issue anymore. It's really not an issue. It says, let it rest. The more you talk about it, the more you talk about it, the more it becomes a player in the game. I can't let this be a player in where I'm trying to go. I can't let this type of energy follow me where I'm headed. I was saved from that situation. Now I'm just dealing with the residue of the situation. It says you need to feel good, so dig in the memory bag. Focus on feeling good things only. Things that don't feel good will filter out bad as you want to talk about it. Hold on, y'all, let me read that again. Things that don't feel good, okay, will filter out the bad if as long as you don't talk about it. But if you keep talking about it, it's gonna keep growing. The more you don't talk about it, it dissipates. So it's saying if you talk about it, it won't be damaging. If you talk about it, it'll be damaging. I'm sorry. If you keep talking about it, it'll expand. So you have to abandon the situation. Take your care and concern from the whole goddamn thing. It don't deserve your care and concern. The reason it's hurting you so bad is because you do care. And the reason it's hurting you so bad is because you're concerned. But that thing don't care about you and it's not concerned about you. Right now, it's wrapped up and what he got going on. Right now, it's having fun. It's running wild. It's hearing the things it want to hear. It's feeling the things that it want to feel. And right now, you are the enemy. Right now, I am the enemy. So, don't focus on that because it sure ain't focusing on you. So, it says, I am not being hurt physically. I'm not being hurt physically. It's the talking, it's the word, the triggers, it's the images. But is he physically doing something to me? Y'all, he won't even come around me. He won't even answer my phone calls. He don't block me from everything. So he's doing him. That is a sign that that door is closed. You're not welcome there. Move on. Y'all, we knock at doors and try to get in doors that don't want us so bad. Why? Because we scared to see what's out there. We got Stockholm Syndrome. Well, I'm blocked out of my place. And I'm forced to go see what this future is. I'm forced to go see what God wants for me. This situation is used for me to straight and totally depend on the words that's coming out of my mouth, to believe the lessons that I teach. Do I believe it myself? Am I exercising the things that I talk about? It says, I am not being hurt physically. He made his choice, and he has a right to his choice. Your mate has a right to their choice. I'm not included. And do you want to be included in them escapades? Do you want to be drugged? Do you want to argue over this person is yours or not? Do you want the embarrassment, or if that person like that person more than you? Do you want your care to be stepped on and trampled upon? You gonna have to let that thing go. And this is what it's telling me. Let that thing be with the dead. Let the dead bury the dead. Let the evil hang out with the evil. Let the perverts be with the perverts. Let the porn stars be with the porn stars. Let the people be. That's not me. That's not my energy. But secretly, that is his energy. And thank God to this magic phone, Spirit needed me to know what was going on behind my back, because I could be drugged into something that could take me out, because this person don't know who they are, because this person is full of rage and anger, because this person got get back on their mind. And then he told me most of all the stuff he's doing is out of spite. Out of spite, y'all. So my feelings are being hurt on purpose. So when I cry, that's an enjoyment, y'all. That's an enjoyment. But to God, that is a cleansing. To God, that's my baby crying and you're laughing. You're making my daughter hurt, and this is a joke to you. See, God take my tears serious. When he laughed at my pain, could you just imagine what that did to God? Because I think there was a time for him to apologize. I think there was a time for him to stop it. But he don't want to stop it because it's fun. It's fun making me feel low, y'all. He gotta prove that he better than me. It says, I'm not being hurt physically, though. And he made his choice. I'm not included, thank God. And I accept that because I didn't like where he is headed. I don't even like where he's going. I know I deserve better. He can't give me that because he's not that. He's not better. He's not doing good. He's not good in his mind. He's not good in his spirit. He doesn't match my thinking. He doesn't match my energy. So there was always going to be a struggle. So God said, do you love me? Do you trust me? I'm finna move you. I'm finna remove you from this situation. Trust the process. Don't focus on that. Just keep focusing on the move. Keep focusing on all the good stuff that's happening to you since you moved. Keep focusing on that. Y'all, that's where my higher self is. And if I keep following my higher self, where y'all think all this encouragement is coming from? I see my higher self saying, come on. Come on. Come on. Y'all, when I got this message, I had a dream. Y'all know I'm stitched up, right? I had my breasts done and my arms done. Because of this serious weight loss and my heart condition, I couldn't have hanging skin. Do y'all know I dreamed my nipples were detached and they was in the bed? I woke up with no nipples and I was worried. I had my nipples in my hand and I'm worried, what in the world, how I'm gonna put my nipples back? But they were so smooth with no scarring and no nipples. Y'all, I took that as if I was codependent on him, and now I'm not. It's like sucking on the mother's breast. I'm weaned. I'm cut off. Now I can grow and be that beautiful light being that God wants me to be without all the anger and the rage.